Okay, this card, I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm doing this at night, so I'm hoping this is bright enough light, but this card is the card we're gonna go next. It's kind of plain, but this is acetate that the light is stamped on. So I'll show you how to stamp on acetate this round. So what I need is, or what I have, is I have the light from the Tim Holtz Christmas collection. We got Stays on ink. I mounted the stamp to a giant block. We're going to use the distress tool and some So Saffron Stampin' Up! Yellow ink, and on there just plain old red ribbon. So let's get going. So here's my little chunk of acetate, and you'll have to let this dry pretty good. Now I've tried a different brand of ink and it did not work. I even tried to heat dry it. It says it was permanent. It wasn't. Stays on works the best, and I'm just really inking this up pretty good so you can see all the detail of it. The fun part is not making it slide. So once I get it where I want it, going straight down, firmly pressing one time, not moving my fingers. Lift up, lift off. So there it is. And of course, Stays on you have to take off with the special cleaner, but I'll do that later. So I'm going to let this dry. Well, first I'm going to lay it on the card, and I'm going to trim the card edges just a little bit with my big slicer, but without touching this, as best to my ability. I'm going to slide this little flower in where I want the yellow from the light. It's just a marker. So that when I lift that off, I can ink up my distress pad. I just need a little bit. Just going around and starting in the center, going round and round as if it's shining outward. Into the sky. Now most of the time attaching acetate is a real pain. And I always just kind of touch the corner and see if I get any on me. So you'll see how that is right there. And I'm going to use this other card right about here like this, so I know where to run. I just moved it. So I know where to run my tape, because I'm just going to run a strip of tape down here, but I'm going to cover it with the ribbon. So I moved it again. How about if I mark it, because it's going to be covered up with the ribbon. Now I'm just going to, off the mark. That's okay. It is okay. Before I lay that down, I'm not sure which side I inked. Well, it doesn't matter, it's dry. Well, it dried pretty fast. So I'm going to do it again for the ribbon. This time I'm going to go inside the card with my ribbon, and yes, I'm going to tie a bow, and it's going to be bad, I guarantee you, because I am not a bow tire. I told you that. I'm just going to push it down a little bit on there. And you guys may know how to tie the bows, and if you do, somebody can teach me because I don't know. I know there's a certain way to do it. I do it like I'm tying my shoe, and I think part of my problem is I do bunny ears. This ain't right. So I always take a lot of time monkeying around. Oh, I told you it's bad. Oh, another try. That probably has something to do with my first initial knot, because it never wants to play right. You know what? That's pretty ding dang good for me. I know it ain't perfect, but I always have to really gank on mine because they're always crooked. But it serves the purpose. So I'm just going to cut the tails. And that's all the attaching I'm going to do. I'm not going to, I will lift it up and actually put it on the tape that's underneath it, but I'm not going to put the bow, tie the bows down, or adhere the bows down, or these down, or the tails. I'm just going to leave it like that, attached with that one strip of adhesive. So it's all attached together now. And granted, you're going to have the red strap inside, but it's okay. Next, on the original card, I just took some crystal accents, or glossy accents, crystal. And I have the big holly die cut from Paper Tray, and it comes with a little tiny one. So this is the Holly Jolly die from Paper Tray. And I'm just going to decorate the pole up a little bit. You know, when you go down the streets, you see the poles always have something on them, so. Or at least in my world, they did. And I didn't have a wreath small enough, so I thought, well, hey, holly will work. And then to top it off, I'm going to use stickles. And it's Christmas red. I always start my stickles off on the side because I've been known to blurp it out, and I don't want that. And it's moving because it's still wet. But there it is. Really easy to do acetate stamping. You just have to remember to use a permanent, fast drying ink like Stays On. Stays On comes in more colors than black, obviously. And you can also emboss acetate. They have a white Stays On. That's pretty cool too. But that's it for stamping on acetate. Thanks.